Do you feel like your parents are controlling too much of your life and you just can't find the right words and the courage to say something against them, to actually take up the discussions for your own values and principles that you actually want to get into their head? Then this is a video for you, because I have for the past year learned to actually tell my parents how I truly feel and what I actually want to do in my life. I've made so much progress, and I have even made them come to a understanding of my principles and values. So if you're interested, then watch this video. So first of all, I just want to tell you a story. So it started from, I think it was 2 years ago. So me and my best friend, who is named Christian, comes from a 3-hour transport from my country, so we are really far away. So we don't really see each other that often. We see like each other, brain rot. We see each other mostly like 1 to 2 times a year, so it's not really that often. But we're really interested in business together and how we can improve ourselves. So we were thinking that we wanted to start something big, a business of some kind. Maybe a YouTube that potentially could become a business, or a TikTok that potentially could become a business. And we actually did it. As you can see, I'm here right now, I'm having a YouTube channel, I've built it up a little bit, and he actually also has a TikTok channel that he has also built it up a bit. We almost have the same followers. He has like 150 more than me. But the thing was that he had to come home to me, so he had just taken the train from like the station, and me and my dad were coming up. And I have said that we were so excited to try something. I said that to my dad, and my dad was very interested and said like, what were you gonna do? Then I realized he's not into people putting up themselves on social media. Of course, when I told him that we were gonna make some videos and we were gonna post it, he was not happy. And that's why I actually hesitated to tell him at first, but he got it out of me. And he just told me that you're not gonna do that. Like he literally told me straight up, I don't want you to do this, you're not gonna do it. It was almost like, it felt like a threat. It felt like you just got a shock throughout your whole body, because you could feel his like order that he was trying to tell. But right there, I thought to myself, he is not that successful. Like, of course, he has done well with the educational system, but he's from a different time. He doesn't understand that actually being on social media is one of the best way to do business. That's why I didn't really tell him honestly, but I just did it anyway. And me and Christian were making videos like all night, all day, and it was so much fun. And now I'm recording videos, and sometimes my parents even ask me like, who are you talking to? Why are you speaking English? Like, I'm from Denmark, so I speak Danish. So of course they think like, are you fucking retarded? I'm just sitting here like speaking for 10-20 minutes, like fully screaming to a camera. Sometimes even my parents came in and I was pumping with my fucking camera. Because I didn't want them to find out. But I think they kind of know it now, because like they have seen me, of course, speaking directly to a camera. Again, it's because I have begun to become better at speaking for myself and my own values. It actually started even further years back when I wanted to start at the gym. So they didn't really have... No, that's not true. I actually think they did have a negative perspective of me going to the gym. So one of my best friends, he actually invited me to go to the gym together with him. And I was so excited because I was skinny, but I had a little bit of abs, like I had a 4-pack. So it's not really like I was disgusting to look at, if that makes sense. But it's like, I wasn't really sexy because I was so skinny. Like, you could see my bones all over my body. My arms were so thin, like everybody could almost do like this around my arms. It was like scary skinny. And then I came to the gym with him, and I made so much progress because I was so consistent, because I was so irritated with the body that I was staying in. So I began to make some progress. I slowly began to make some more muscle mass, and my parents of course saw this easily because I was so skinny, because I didn't really eat that much either, because I've had some problems with eating. And all of a sudden they told me that I was beginning to get big. I shouldn't go to the gym anymore because else it wouldn't be pretty. But this is how I look like. Like, this is not really big. This is almost like natural. This is almost like, you know, it's newbie gains. This, you can't even see it if I have a shirt on. Like, you wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't even be able to if I did like a bicep squeeze. So there wasn't really anything to be able to see. And that's when I finally got the courage to actually tell my dad, especially. My mom also doesn't really like the idea that I go to the gym. They always tell me when I say that I'm going to the gym that I don't like the idea of you going to the gym because you're too big. You're only thinking about muscles. Why don't you focus on your school instead? And you're gonna get too tired if you do both sports and the gym. Like, you can hear they don't really understand anything about it really. But then I just had the courage to tell them for once that this is my life. I enjoy going to the gym. I enjoy being healthy. There's so many benefits to it that I have researched upon it. And it's not like I want to come to like the big bodybuilder level. So I don't really understand why you are so nervous about it. I just want to look attractive. I just want to have like the Hollywood physique that is so attractive to women. So finally, when I said that, and I told him that I had done research upon it, that you know that it could be dangerous, but I am doing it safely and all this, he finally began to like. I clearly remember it because it was such a big like acknowledgement and accomplishment for me, because I could just see it, like he looked a bit down and then he like made a little bit nut like this. And then he looked at me, and then he asked some further questions, but he was like more calm now, and I just talked my way through it, and all of a sudden he suddenly just began to acknowledge it. And then the next time I had to go to the gym, instead of him saying, I don't think you should go, he told me, have a nice training. I think that was, I could honestly cry from that moment. It was like, for me that is something big, because my parents always want me to do what they think is the best for me. So I've never really been good at speaking up for myself and saying my own opinions. But from that day on, he actually told me, have a nice training. And my mom sometimes did, but she still didn't really like the idea. And my dad sometimes as well. But actually now he says sometimes, have a good training. And that gave me the biggest smile on my face, because I could have chosen two options. I could have been the pussy. I could have told my dad, yeah, you're right. I'm gonna stop soon. And then just keep hearing him fucking complaining about me. Or I could do what I did. And I told him how I felt. I told him my values. I told him that it's my life. What's the point of living if somebody else lives your life? That's basically something in that way that I told him, right? So that is just such a big thing that I wanted to tell you as an action step today, is that you have to fucking speak up for yourself. If you don't speak up for yourself, nobody else is gonna do it. Not your sister, not your brother, I don't know if you have those, not your mom, not your dad, if one of them supports. You have to do it yourself. Not your best friends. They are not gonna come over to your door and try to speak your parents' opinion out of the way. You have to do it yourself. And the way that you do it is not to scream at them. It's not to become irritated at them. Stay calm and just tell them how you feel. Tell them exactly how you felt. So in my example. So for my example, I just told them how I felt they controlled my life. So I literally just told them that, Mom and Dad, I just want to say that I just find it very irritating that you guys always try to control what I do and what I can't do. And I really enjoy fitness and something that's put a smile on my face every time I'm done. I feel healthy, I feel good. So would you please stop telling me to stop, because I'm gonna do it anyway. And from that point on, it's like they acknowledged me. I felt like they finally respected my opinion. That's such a nice feeling, and I want you to have the same feeling as well if you have strict parents. Yeah, fucking powerful, bro. So that is my action step to you. So the next time your parents tell you something, then speak up for yourself. You will feel amazing afterwards. And I can tell you, it's not going to be comfortable. It's going to be fucking uncomfortable, because you don't know if your dad is going to scream at you or if he's going to fucking, I don't know, he could be disagreeing, but it still feels good when you have come up with your opinion. Just speak up for yourself as many times as it takes before they acknowledge you. That's how I did it with my parents, my strict parents. If you enjoyed this video, then go down and click subscribe. I really think that it will benefit you, because of my content is really gonna help people. It's already helped a lot of people. That's what at least I've been saying in the comments. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day, bro.